Hey, this ain't no intro, this the entree.
What's good? Samanani Dumalang Abshani. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Adeze back at it again with another video. Hey, we have reached the final episode of what I use in my hair, which is stylers. Now stylers technically is your gels and your curling creams, your curling custard, all that great stuff. Whew. I'm so glad to be at literally episode 5 right now because it's been long, okay? And I'm pretty sure that like you guys are tired of seeing my face. But if you're not tired of seeing my face, please do leave a like and don't forget to comment down below. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so episode 5, I'm also going to try keep it very nice, short, simple. I'm going to name all the products I'm using. I'm not going to try to go into too much detail. Detailed videos would have to be for another day. But anyway, I'm going to start with the creamy stylers that I usually use in my hair, which is stylers that I use for like my twist outs, my bantu knot outs, my braid outs, so like your curling creams and all that. And as usual, I'm going to start with the things that I don't have first, and then we're going to move down the line. So the first styler that I'm going to mention is the Aunt Jackie's Curling Custard. I really love that styler. It is like that curling custard is one of the best ever. I will just put a picture up here, which is kind of like a braid out that I did with just the curling custard, and it was amazing results. So if that picture is not enough proof, you need to go get the product and try it out for yourself. Okay, the next curling cream that I like using, or the next style that I like using, was the As I Am Twisting Cream. I really did like that twisting cream. It was very moisturizing. Like honestly, hands down, one of the best moisturizing curling creams I've ever used in my entire life. You literally don't need to put anything else except that, but you would want to do that. But you know, be very mindful of how much you use, especially because it is so potent and it could weigh down your curls, and you have like hydro fatigue, and that doesn't look good because it won't necessarily it will not define your curls, so be very mindful of that. The next curling cream that I'm going to mention is this AfriTrue Naturals Curl Cream. I really liked this one. I really did like this one, and as usual, when I like something, it usually just is finished. Now I use this in my in my no gel wash and go video, so do go ahead on out there. Like my ends are looking stretched ugly over here, so I'm defining them with this, and look how good that looks. It looks really good. So I like using this as well for times like that, when I just need to curl like the ends of my hair, or like do a curly puff, and gels tend to be a bit too sticky for me, so that's why I tend to go for curling creams, which for me creates a better kind of like result and aren't as sticky and don't flake as much. So do head on out and check out that video if you want to, but I do think that this is one of the greatest products I've ever purchased, and I will be repurchasing this. Like, it's really good. Another curl cream that I recently just like found, I actually did a review on this, is the Vatika Afro Naturals Curl Defining Cream. Now this one I got in a pinch because I couldn't find my curling custard, but I do think that overall it is a really great curling cream. In terms of definition, it does a really great job. I actually used it to achieve this braid out right here, which is not bad, you know, given that it's something that's new for me. So I do think that this is also a very nice product. So if you are keen and you don't want to break the bank, do go try this out. I believe it retails for about 60 Rand at Clicks and also Discam, and this one retails for 50 Rand, so you don't want to miss any of these. I do think these are very budget friendly, especially if you're just trying out some new stuff like curling creams in your routine. You can go low first and see if you like using curling creams, and then you can experiment with the more higher end ones. But I do think that both these are actually really good, especially when you look at price point. Now I'm gonna move on to gel stylers, and the two that I'm gonna mention first is the As I Am Curling Jelly and the As I Am Coil Defining Jelly. Now these two, I would advise you to use them just on wet hair. Please do not try to mix any of these with leave-ins unless you do the palm test first, see how they mix with your leave-in conditioner. But personally, even the leave-in conditioner from this collection does not mix well with any of these, and I do think that they do better when you just apply them straight onto wet hair. I don't think you have to worry too much about the moisturizing factor because they are quite moisturizing. The first ingredients are water, and then you have your glycerine and aloe vera juice, which are all moisturizing ingredients, by the way. Now the coil defining jelly is marketed for tightly coiled natural hair types, so I would think that you can use this if you tend to have more like 4B to 4C hair. It is a bit more thicker and it has really good hold as well. And yeah, I actually like using this to define my puff if I want a curly puff. It's one that I reach for the most. The curling jelly is actually a lot more thinner and gelatinous in texture. I'm just gonna pour that out so you can see. It's a jelly, but not like your set jelly. So that's what it looks like, and it's actually a lot more thinner in consistency compared to the coil defining jelly. Both of these are quite moisturizing and good products. I also think I use this a lot because of how it's looking right now. So do go check these out if you would like to try them out. The other gels that I'm actually huge fans of are the Eco Styling gels. My favorite one was obviously the argan oil one, but I still have the olive oil one. If I was to repurchase, I would buy this in a bigger tub because I did feel like it had less flaking than the olive oil gel. Now, I don't use these gels for wash and goes because these contain hydrolyzed wheat protein, and someone with low porosity hair, I do tend to be a lot more protein sensitive, so I can get like protein overload if I had to use these for wash and goes almost every week. But I do sometimes use them to like slick down my hair, which is once in a blue moon. And the other thing that I like using these gels for is actually for my edges. I currently have the olive oil one in my edges right now, and it has a pretty good hold. Like those aren't moving, and I'm putting force, like they're not moving at all. So yeah, the max hold here says it's 10, which should tell you that it's a pretty good hold. So please go do check these ones out if you'd like to. If you want to use them for your wash and goes, please use them like with caution. I don't want to be putting too much protein in my hair, so I really do like these stylers as well for my edges. The other products that I like using is this Perfect Touch Gel Wax. I love this and I love the hold. Personally, for me, I like using this when I braid my hair. I always have it in my bag when I go to my stylist, and I always ask her to use this to neaten up my parts. Also, when I did my faux locks on myself, I used this to just neaten up my parts, and I really do think that this is a great gel. I do sometimes use it on my edges, but not as much. I do feel like it tends to smell a bit kind of like chemically, or like men's body wash. If you ever smelled that Senex men's body wash, it's kind of like in that range. It smells very strong, but yeah, all in all, also has good hold. Now I also like using this AfriTrue Naturals Black Castor Oil Edge Control Gel. Now I like using this on days when I'm not trying to have so much hold like this. I'm just trying to have like a little bit of hold, but not too much, because this is not as strong and does tend to fluff out as the day goes, which I have no problem with. And that's just when I'm going for a softer look. And also, I mean, it's almost done, so that means I did like the product. But all in all, I do think it's a very good edge control. it actually tends to be more on the moisturizing side. So if you're not looking for something that's like too heavy on hold and you just want moisture and like literally just need to have edges for an hour, then you can get this. And yeah, I really do think this is also great. I do believe that that is all for my stylist. Wow, yeah, I am so glad we are at the end. We are at the end of the series. If you have kept with me till this far, please go leave a little fist bump emoji or the high 10 emoji just to show your support. But I thank you guys so much for sticking out with me throughout this series, which is just the things that I use in my hair. I obviously don't use the stuff all the time, just like the As I Am coiling jellies. They're not something that I use all the time, but I do tend to reach for them as products when I need them. Please do make sure to go check out the other episodes of this series. I will link the playlist down below. Also, do not forget to comment your thoughts on the whole entire thing. If there are any specific products that you would like me to test and review for you, or if you have tried any of these products that have been mentioned throughout this whole entire series, what you think of them. I would really like to see your feedback. Anywho, I'm so glad that I'm done with this and I can't wait to move on to the next thing. But yeah, also if you have any questions with regards to hair at all, you're more than welcome to leave them down in the comment section, or you can head on over to my IG. There is the username down here, and just go DM me and I will try to help you as much as I can, try to inform you how to take care of your hair. But this is just how I've been taking care of my hair and products that I've been using throughout trial and error of my whole entire hair journey. I am so glad that this is over. I keep on saying that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to create more content for you. Also, do let me know what you'd like to see from me next, and we can look at what we can do. Yeah, without babbling on too much, I will see you guys next time. Deuces.